When we talk about the Chicago Bulls dynasty, everything comes back to one simple fact. Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen are most likely the greatest duo the NBA has ever seen. 6 finals appearances, 6 championships, a decade of dominance. Not a single finals trip for Jordan without Scottie by his side, before or after. Of course, this works both ways. But behind all that greatness, guys, behind the rings, behind the highlight tapes and the banners, there was a bad decision that changed everything for Scottie Pippen. A decision he made with a pen in his hand. A decision he was warned about. A decision he later complained about for years. And honestly, it all could have been avoided. Back in 1991, Scottie Pippen made what might be the biggest financial mistake of his Hall of Fame career. At that time, long-term deals were normal. Guys wanted security, but Scottie's situation was different. He came from almost nothing. Poverty, a huge family, real responsibility. And when you've lived through that kind of life, guaranteed money doesn't feel like a business decision. To him, it felt like survival. So when the Bulls put a 7-year, $18 million deal in front of him, a number Scottie had never even imagined, he did what emotionally overwhelmed people do. He grabbed the pen, no hesitation, no negotiation, no long-term thinking, just, this is more money than I've ever seen in my life. I have to take care of my family. That's what he was thinking. And honestly, you can understand the emotion, but you can also call it what it was, a bad financial decision. Because that contract didn't start right away. It didn't replace his rookie deal. It extended it, stretched across 8 total seasons. By NBA standards, it was basically a prison sentence. Reinsdorf literally warned him. Jerry Reinsdorf, a guy known for being cold, business first, and never renegotiating contracts, actually told Scottie, halfway through it, you're going to think you're underpaid. He even told him he front-loaded the deal. He told him it would age badly. He told him, don't sign this if you think you're going to complain later. And what did Scottie say? He said, you'll never hear from me. Even Reinsdorf said he didn't believe him at the time, but Scottie insisted. He signed the deal anyway. Now jump ahead to the 97-98 season. Scottie was furious. Fast forward to the Last Dance era. The Bulls are on their 6th championship run. Jordan is making $33.1 million, 55% of the entire Bulls payroll. Patrick Ewing is the league's 2nd highest at $20.5 million. Scottie Pippen, the man MJ called the best teammate he ever had, the engine behind the triangle defense, the most versatile forward in basketball, the perfect co-star, you know what he was making? $2.7 million. Not the 2nd highest paid Bull, not the 3rd highest paid Bull, the 6th highest paid Bull. Paid less than Kukoc, Rodman, Ron Harper, Luke Longley, and more. The 2nd most important player on a dynasty, making role player money. Of course he was angry. Of course he was frustrated. But that frustration came from his own decision. He was warned. He ignored the warning. He signed anyway. And he was still venting about it years later. Scottie eventually admitted it bothered him. He said there were moments he was upset. Moments where the underpayment stung. I don't blame him. But the truth is this. He signed that deal because he saw life-changing money and couldn't control the emotional reaction. He didn't think long-term. and he paid the price for it. Winning helped numb it a bit. 6 rings helped numb it. But when the dynasty was ending, the pain came back, loud. He sat out, delayed surgery, argued with Krause, and made it clear he wanted out. And you know what? Given what he was making, it's hard to pretend the anger wasn't justified, even if he created the situation himself. He finally got paid, but too late. After title number 6, Scottie left via sign and trade. Houston gave him 5 years, $69 million. Finally, he got paid superstar money. Over his entire career, he earned $109 million. Great money, but during his prime when he was one of the 10 best players on earth, he was badly underpaid, simply because of the deal he rushed into back in '91. Scottie Pippen isn't a victim in this story. Yes, he was underpaid. Yes, he deserved more money. And yes, the Bulls squeezed every ounce of value out of him. But the truth is simple. Scottie Pippen made a bad decision. He saw an amount of money he never saw before. Emotion took over. Logic disappeared. He ignored the warning and signed it anyway. Then years later, he complained about the exact thing he was told would happen and was warned about. He deserved better compensation, but he also deserved better advice, better long-term thinking, better patience. The Bulls dynasty is legendary, but Scottie Pippen's contract is a reminder. Great players can still make terrible financial decisions. And sometimes the mistake doesn't hurt until years later, right when everything else is falling apart. Now, if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. This is a channel for old school basketball stories and takes. I will see you in the next one. Peace.